All right, so shalom, shalom, Israel. That's something actually that's on my heart that I need to share with you all, and I'm gonna just simply speak about one single word: righteousness. Now, the common understanding of righteousness is doing the right thing, right? That's about doing the right thing, right? And a lot of y'all, when you say righteousness, that's being right, that's doing right, that's giving, that's all of these types of things. This is how a lot of y'all would commonly define righteousness or describe righteousness to me. If I ask you, what's righteousness? But I'm gonna say this: you're right, but it goes a little bit deeper about righteousness. And I'm gonna define righteousness for you, because a lot of y'all hear things in the scriptures, and you know things in the scriptures, but you don't take the time to define these things and understand the meanings of these various things in the scriptures. So I'm gonna do my best to explain that to you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you real quick. All about what righteousness is, what it's all about. Relationships. Righteousness, the word righteousness and the word relationships goes hand in hand. Who was it who created the construct, the idea of mother, father, brother, sister, kinsman, kinswoman, friend, and even foe? When y'all start to realize that in our mind there's nothing, we are nothing, which means there's no, we didn't come up with good, neither did we come up with evil. We came up with we are a empty vessel ready to be filled. So that makes us nothing. We must be nothing in order to be filled with something. We must be created as nothing in order for there to be room for something to be. Because if we were created to be something, then there would be no need to be filled with anything. Any virtues, any love, any hate, nothing. And so we, as individuals, are nothingness. Man is a being of nothingness. And so that gives him the potential to be filled with something. And man must be filled with the Most High, with his flesh, with his being, with his existence, with his thinking, with his feelings. Man must be filled with the Father. But in this world, we are filled with evil, right? Born in evil, shaped in iniquity. That's what we're filled with in this world. Now, here's where I'm going to go with this understanding. Here's what I'm going to tell you about this reality. And it was in its beginning stage when I was born. Now it is in it's in motion right now. And I'm going to say these things because a lot of y'all don't understand what's happening right now, and how we're being thrust in a state of confusion, in a state of darkness, in a state of evil right now. The saying about the Creator goes thus: He ordained an order and a path for each of us in all. A lot of y'all are confused about whether you're male or whether you're female. A lot of y'all are confused about whether you or attracted to a male or attracted to a female. A lot of y'all go through your schools and you have these gender ideals or gender reveals and gender identity crisis that, oh, I even though I'm a male, I could say I'm a female. Even though I'm a female, I could say I'm a male. I go by the term it or non-conform, gender non-conform. The gender identities are destroyed. The constructs are destroyed, and mother is destroyed. Father is destroyed. What's intended to be sister, what's intended to be brother, what's intended to be beast, what's intended to be matter or material. All of these things are destroyed and turned upside down in this world. Leviticus chapter 18 goes on to speak about what happens as a result of tampering with the true ordinances of the world, established by the Creator himself. Who's to say I'm a male? The Father, the Creator. When I have a child, who ordains it that I be the father and not the mother? The Father himself, the Creator himself. There's something about righteousness that deals with your point of existence and how you relate to everything around you, that makes righteousness a right relationship with all things. A right relationship with the Father, a right relationship with the mother, a right relationship with the brother, a right relationship with the sister, a right relationship with animals, a right relationship with matter and material, a right relationship with all things the Father has ordained. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? There are relationships in the world that have been ordained. There was one point in which this world was sure about what a mother was, sure about what a father was, a brother was, a sister was, a kin was, a closest of kin, a farthest of kin. We were understood about what these things were in the world. Now we are in a state of confusion about these things. Whether I'm a male or whether I'm a female, my identity crisis is at hand. And everyone warring against the order of what things ought to be, ordained by only one who is the Most High. Man could not ordain these things, but the Most High who established what my mother should have been, my father should be, my sister should be. The Father is the one who established these things. And now this world has done a great tedious work against all the original establishments of these objects of creation, the order of life, right? You have single mothers and single fathers, and the result of destroying all of these relationships in the world is confusion. The result of going against these things is chaos. Family, I'm taking my time to let you all know that the reason for things like mass murders and killings and no regard for the old or the young. You see, even the Father established the ordinance of what is old and what is young, right? All of these things seem to somehow be an establishment in the world. I say somehow, knowing that the somehow is the Father himself. But the result of you all destroying righteousness, which is a right relationship with all things, the result of your destruction of the righteousness of this world, the ordinances that have been established by the Father himself, is confusion and chaos. Now we live in a world where young people are killing, old people are killing. It doesn't matter who you are. Every day you look on the news, there's death happening all around. And all of y'all are confused about why these things are happening. You've got protests about homosexuality and gender righteousness and the destruction of the womb and confusion about mother and father and all of these sowings. All we're doing right now by simply destroying the relationships that have been established by the Most High, the one who ordained what a mother should be, the one who ordained what a father should be, a brother should be, a sister should be. Because you all have strayed away from the ordinances of the world, or the ordinances of God, if you will, not even to say of the world, but the ordinances of God that should be in the world, we are all now faced with confusion face to face, chaos face to face, as a result of not keeping the ordinances of God. Every time someone, listen at what I'm getting ready to say. Every time someone does not identify with the gender they were born with, chaos is sown. Confusion is sown. Every time a mother is replaced by a male, confusion is sown, chaos is sown. Every time a single mother wants to have a child and not put the father in the life of that child, confusion is sown. Every time homosexuality has its way, where there is reparation or rebution or a judgment against the order of the original way. Every time there's a judgment against the original way, chaos is sown, confusion is sown. Leviticus 18:23 says that it is confusion. You all in the world today, because you're killing people, you're taking children away from parents and families. You're killing. You're making children be raised up knowing that their father was killed by someone, their mother was killed by someone. All of these children attacks that recent massacre in Texas right now that killed 19 children. One survived, I believe, but these types of massacres, these random deaths are doing something. They're sowing confusion, each and every one of them. These children who go through that trauma of losing loved ones, it's all sowing confusion. Y'all don't see this? It's all sowing chaos in the world. It's making room for anger to begin to well up. Resentment. And why do I gotta live without a father in my life? Why did my daddy have to die? Why did my mother have to die? Why did my sister, my brother have to die? It's all sowing anger and confusion more and more in the earth, to where right now we will begin to consume ourselves. I say begin, I'm sorry, but we're already doing these things. I can see the result of what happens when adultery is committed. Confusion and chaos. The result of when incest is committed. Confusion and chaos. The result of when bestiality is committed, confusion and chaos, homosexuality, confusion and chaos, the smitting of the womb, confusion and chaos. Y'all don't see in this world today, confusion and chaos is being sown everywhere you turn by simply ignoring the ordinances of God. Because y'all don't respect your mothers, your fathers. Honor thy mother and thy father. Because y'all ignore these things, confusion and chaos is sown. And then all of a sudden I see people angry at God. Like, why did he let this happen? And I'm like, wait a second. Y'all are the ones causing it. Because y'all want to ignore the wife of a husband and commit adultery, right? Y'all want to ignore these things, right? Husband and wife. Women out there cheating with husbands, and men out there cheating with wives, and y'all sowing these confusions, right? I've experienced the result of these things. And y'all don't understand what y'all out there causing right now. Confusion and chaos. Confusion is a very scary beast. Chaos is a very scary beast. You all are faced with right there in the world today. Can't you all see the destruction you're causing? Pornography. Y'all can't see the destruction you're causing, right? Pornography is a way for y'all to fulfill your satisfaction and your lust until it grow to the point to where you got pedophilia, right? People who want to satisfy those burning desires, these lusts that are rising up in them because they get the chance to, in their private time, satisfy these urges, right? To where they can't satisfy them no more. It's just not fulfilling anymore. And so they want the real thing. So they go out and they kidnap and they destroy and they take from mother, they take from father. When all along, a mother was meant to be a mother. A father meant to be a father, brother, sister, kinsman, friend. All of these ordinances, whether these words even come from, had they not been given us by the Most High. Because what we are today is, I would say, like the cavemen, the prehistoric. We are in a state of degeneration, degradation. You understand what I'm saying? We are in a state of free fall right now. Destroying the constructs of the things we should have been respecting since day one. And so right now, we're dealing with the beast of confusion right now. Where teenagers are out there killing younger children. Why? Because they didn't get the chance to graduate, or because they want to fulfill their game. All of these things, I can see it playing with the minds of people who are not strong enough to overcome. I see all of your games and all of your Netflix movies that are destroying the constructs and the homosexualities y'all let receive. Don't you understand the eyes are the window to the soul? Y'all are allowing yourselves to be put in a state of confusion. Confusion and chaos, these are mental illnesses. Doubt is a mental illness. Fear is a mental illness. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all so busy worrying about the sicknesses of the flesh, but you don't understand the sicknesses of the spirit that y'all dealing with right now. Y'all are out there destroying each other because righteousness is all about everything set in its proper order. You understand what I'm saying? I know what's right for me to do because all of the dominoes fall in their right place. All of the pieces lay in their right place for me to be established as a brother in this moment. To you all. For me to be established as whatever I may be, depending on my point of existence and how I must relate to the world around me. That's righteousness. The order of God is righteousness. You understand? The relationships established by the Most High is called righteousness. Respecting these things is called righteousness. And it takes a conscious effort to fulfill, a conscious effort to do. Do you not understand how mindless sin is? Sin is a mindless activity. And y'all don't understand that the reason for all of these things, for any and every one of you are out there who wonder, why is all of this happening? Any of y'all who out there wondering why all the mass killings and mass shootings and gang violence and the single mothers who don't know how to raise their kids, and those who even know how to raise their kids but still can't fulfill the role of what a man should be in that child's life, and those single men who can't fulfill what should be the role of what a woman should be in that life, in the life of that child. Y'all don't understand. The kingdom is not old people. The kingdom is the children. Because they are the future. You understand what I'm saying? Every child should be constituted as the kingdom in every single point of existence. The old are the keepers of that kingdom. To make sure, every old person has a duty to make sure that the kingdom is progressed in the right way. And so, all of the leaders that are out there right now leading us astray, not understanding how to even lead and govern people, right? Which the real and only one true leader of all mankind is God himself, the Most High himself, the Creator himself. Sufficient for each and every one of us. But we're out there destroying the constructs that he built. Mother is being destroyed. The understanding of father is being destroyed. The understanding of what a brother is has been destroyed. The understanding of what a male and a female is has been destroyed. The authors of this destruction are the ones who are against the Most High, who has established it. Do you not understand what you all are out there doing? The sowers of confusion and chaos, right? It is confusion, what you all are out here doing. All of you all who are protesting gender identities and protesting against homosexual parades, and all of you are out there doing these things, saying we're not hurting anyone. What harm are we doing by being homosexual? But what harm are we doing by saying I'm a male or when I'm a female, or saying I'm a female when I'm a male? What harm are we doing to you? Much in every way. You all are destroying the standards of God, the ordinances of the Most High, righteousness, sowing confusion. Because the child who looks is confused. The child who is innocent in every way will receive your foolishness. And so you all are building a world that is right now about to consume itself, already consuming itself. Destruction will grow. Anger will grow. Fear and doubt will grow. Don't you understand? It's natural for anger to rise up in a person when you destroy the constructs of this world, or the constructs of God, the ordinances of God. It is natural. Don't you all realize what you're doing? Righteousness is all about your relationships out there. And all of you are destroying the relationships of God. Man can't come up with the understanding of what a mother should be, a father should be, a daughter should be. If they came up with it, you would see the sowings of chaos. Can't you all understand what I'm saying right now? I think I might be speaking a gibberish to a lot of people. But you homosexuals, you may not think you are hurting anybody else by being what you are within yourself, but you are. You gender destroyers out there who wants to be confused, or who wants to sow the confusion of what a man is or what a woman is. You may not feel like you're hurting someone else by doing what you want to do in your own self, but you are hurting the kingdom of God. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to say this: the kingdom of God is not about a matter of material and matter. It's an order, an ordinance. It's a construct that we all need to keep in order to have Eden in this world. In order to have heaven in this world, the kingdom of God is an order that we must keep. But if you want to destroy what should be considered heaven, or what is rightfully so heaven, then you will continue in your chaos and sowing of destruction and sowing of confusion, right? And then when that person is sitting at home alone, confused why they're alone, or if that person is being bullied, or if the slightest the thing that you all are doing to hurt one another out there. You see, love one another is a very, very important commandment. And when you all are not doing that, you're doing nothing but increasing in anger, increasing in confusion, increasing in chaos. You all are the authors and the sowers of these things in the world. And so, when you sow these things, then you go to get angry at God himself, like he's the one who's the cause of it, when we are the ones who are the authors and the cause of these things ourselves. Don't you understand? We should have been keeping these things all alone, but because we don't, we sow confusion. Every action has a reaction. Every action sows something. And when you are homosexual, you're sowing something, and it is confusion. When you are don't want to identify with the gender you've been born with, you sow confusion, because then you go around teaching the same thing. And even if you don't go around teaching it, your actions are teaching enough. Your actions are teachings enough to the passers-by. You understand what I'm saying? To nature itself. Even when there's no one around, nature learns from you that you are confused. And so the rains come to try to convince man to stop doing it. The earthquakes come. All of these things that see that we are going the wrong way come to try to tell us and convince us to go back again the right way. Because you're doing nothing but sowing destruction. But here's the one thing you all don't understand and don't realize. There's a limit to how much you can sow in confusion and in chaos. There's a limit to how much the Father will allow in his presence. And that limit is given to you by nature itself. Round about you. She will turn your deserts. She will turn your prosperous lands into deserts. She will make the buildings that you build rust and fall and rot. She will all of the things it says they shall build, but she will destroy. Nature itself has a corrective measure, and we are within that corrective measure. Overdue for man to be corrected in the error of his own ways. So respect mother, respect father, respect brother, respect sister, respect male, respect female, respect beast, respect matter. In its right place, everything has its good and perfect place where it should stand and be. And any of you who disrespect that, the moment you do is a sowing of confusion. And if you become the sower of confusion, you are due for the judgment of what it takes to correct that confusion. The cause of all your problems is because you all do not respect the right place of all things as they should be. Beast should be in the place of beast. Animal, a friend should be in a place of a friend. Mother should be in a place of a mother. It's really that simple. There's no better way to describe these things but to describe them within themselves. A mother within a mother. I can't say a mother within a brother and you all understand what I mean. I have to say a mother within a mother. It has to be such a redundant statement in order to make sense of something that ought to have already been so plain and simple to each and every one of us. But we are sick. Confusion is sick, so that when I tell you that you're a male, you're confused about that. Even though the flesh testifies to what you are. Your own flesh in which you are born in testifies to what you are. But you all are confused about that. The fact that a woman can give birth to a child tells you that she's a woman. She has the ability to be a woman. Things that are meant to be that only women can do are given to women that they can only do. Things that are meant to be for only men that only a man can do, a male can do. This is why y'all get the Olympics. Y'all Olympics is set in a state of confusion right now because y'all don't want to respect gender. And so the Most High is the one who ordained that. Y'all always going around, who's to say that a male is a male and a female is a female? Who's to say this and that? There is only one who has the authority to say such great things that you are so confused about. That is the one who is called Creator. And because y'all don't even want to respect his place as your creator, y'all think y'all can boast and be proud against him. It is all because of these things. That is the cause of your destruction. We are living in a ticking time bomb right now. I promise you, the world, this carnal world is a ticking time bomb that is set to be its own self-destruction. You put these things in confusion that have already been ordained and ought to have never been in a state of confusion. But because you all put these things in a state of confusion, it's a ticking time bomb for you all. The world is going to destroy itself. The Most High doesn't need to come off of his throne and destroy. The 7 bowls that are being poured out are 7 stages of self-destruction that man is going to go through. The 7 trumpets that are being blown are 7 trumpets of self-destruction. Everything about Revelation is all about self-destruction, revealing to you that you're destroying yourself. The revelation is self-destruction. The world is turning over upon its own head. Because you all never wanted to respect what a wife was to a man, what a husband was to a wife, what a brother was to a sister. You all are destroying what a child is to parents out there. They're taking children early away from their parents, where parents have to bury their children. All of this destruction that y'all doing right now, y'all destroying yourselves. And you're destroying yourselves because you don't understand the repercussions of your own actions. By committing mass murders, you set in the spirits of those whose spirits are not strong enough to forgive and to overcome and to deal with the strides of the demons that are now consuming their spirit. They're going to go out and get guns because they got to respect themselves. They got to protect themselves, right? Because they don't feel like the Most High is sufficient enough to protect them. So they gonna go out and get guns, and now we gonna start destroying each other, and this whole world is gonna be over. I'm so sick of seeing what I'm seeing out there in the world, and everybody going around. You getting destroyed by simply going to graduations, going out having fun, doing your little simple things that y'all used to could do, and have fun and satisfy your carnal urges. Every single carnal activity is dangerous now because of what y'all doing right now. Every single carnal activity is dangerous to do right now. You can go out to the amusement park and die. You could go out to y'all dealing with your materialism. You get all types of cars, and you get cars, and you do donuts in the street, and you make a mistake and you kill each other, and then you wonder, why did this happen, or how could this happen? Y'all don't see the stupidity behind your action. Y'all don't see the destruction behind your action. I am livid with this world right now. Because now one of y'all want to respect a man's wife. Never one of y'all want to respect a woman's husband. A parent's children. Children's parents. Grandparents and grandfather. All of these are establishments and ordinances the Father established. None of y'all could come up with it because you're full of stupidity and chaos. You're full of ignorance out there. Man is ignorance. Man would be ignorant even now today were it not for the Father to impart his knowledge upon man. There is no way for man to gain knowledge absent of the Father. We would be nothing but mere cavemen had the Father not interjected into this world his knowledge, his wisdom, his understanding. Any and everything that is good is the Father's doing, in his doing alone. There is no one author of good that is of an author different from the Father. There's one author of good and one author of chaos and confusion. Y'all don't understand what y'all destroying the kingdom of heaven, right? Because that's what's coming back. That's the kingdom of heaven y'all waiting on. Y'all waiting on a kingdom that respects mother. Y'all waiting on a kingdom that respects a father, a husband, a wife, a son, a daughter, a friend, a foe, a kin. There's going to be a kingdom that's coming to bring all of this stuff back that y'all destroying right now. And when it comes back, y'all ain't gonna know what to do. Y'all gonna continue to destroy yourselves out there. Y'all are eating each other alive out there, devouring one another. You all are cannibalisms without even putting the flesh in your mouth. Devouring one another, right? Taking life that you had no right to give, or you have no ability to give. And women don't give life. Men don't give life. There's one author of life, and one author of life alone, who established the woman to have the ordinance to carry, to incubate life growing within her. And the man who has the power or has the ability to initiate that incubation of life. For there would be no initiation of the incubation of life had it not been for man himself, right? And there would be no incubation or power to incubate that life or to initiate any life were it not for the life giver himself, who is the initiate of all life there is. Think about it, y'all. There is no reason for the Father to move but because of love itself. No reason for you to even be here because he don't need you. But he loves you and he wants you. He don't need you and he needs you at the same time because you are a channel or manifestation of his flesh. The Father is a living being in whose members consist of individually complete beings, which each and every one of us are. Don't y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you? Y'all are the source of your own confusion out there. Your own death, murder, and chaos. Y'all look at the world and you get mad at God when you should be mad at yourself. Y'all are the reasons for this. Every single one of y'all who think y'all not doing nothing by being homosexual, who think y'all not doing nothing by being what you are, against the natural order of all things. Y'all are set for the fire of self-destruction. There's only one fire that's getting ready to consume you all out there. And it is the fire of self-destruction. I'm sorry, that is consuming you all out there. Because there's no need to continue to talk about things being so in the future. When I was born, then it was the case in the future. But now that I am now, in this day and age, in the year 2022, it is now we are already self-destructing. Nations are at war. Nature is trying to convince man otherwise. Stop going in your evil and obsessive ways, right? Y'all are out there destroying yourselves. You have no one to blame, no one to thank but yourself for your own self-destruction out there. And so the way to correct it all is to begin righteousness in its right meaning, right respect, relationships that you should have with the tree, the relationship you should have with the beast, the right relationship you should have with your foe, the right relationship, which is love, all love. Stop sowing confusion. Respect the wife of a husband. Respect the husband of a wife. Respect the child of parents. Respect the grandparent. Respect the grandmother, the grandfather. Respect these things. These relationships that are commonly known to each and every one of us. Respect them all. Male and female. Respect it all. Stop crossing these boundaries, because the more you cross these boundaries that have been ordained by the Most High, you sow confusion just by simply doing so. Brothers destroying brothers, sisters destroying sisters. The more you all destroy yourselves out there, the more you all depend on everything but the Most High, you sow confusion and chaos. And now this world is going to be turned into hell, because hell is nothing but a word that means the full-blown essence of confusion, chaos, death, fear, doubt, ignorance. All of these kinds of things we should be truly afraid of having in this world. We continue to sow it each day. Who's to say? The Creator is to say. And no man can say. Because without his say-so, man is ignorant. Without his input, man is nothingness and can never become nothing without the aid of the Most High. This world is self-destructing. It's a ticking time bomb. And I promise you, it will destroy itself. And out of it, a new world will be born, because there will be those who will begin to respect relationships in the world. The true relationships that are meant to be respected in the world, even the relationship with yourself. How should I be with myself but that he should be above me? And everyone should be before me. And I should put myself in the back burner always, so as to establish humility within my life. You see, the highest in the kingdom of heaven takes the lowest seat. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Peace and blessings. Shalom.